Morning, St. Paul's. I'm Jay Smith.
Still Jeff Lafayette.
And we have been affirmed as the bizarre husbands of Deborah and Carolyn.
You know what? Every week you impress me with that.
What can I say? There are a couple of announcements. One is that the Country Bake Store is closed at midnight tonight for the bazaar, and that the knitting table is open for another week, even though the bulletin said it was closing at the same time. So the knitting store will be open for another week. Scramble to the bake store. You got until midnight, and if Jeff and I get there first, you're in trouble.
So I will honestly say, though, that you and I should actually be the mascot of the knitting table, because apparently we're nitwits.
Oh, awesome.
So,
awesome.
You know,
that's perfect.
Next year they could just put us on their marketing.
Nice.
Yeah.
And the other announcement is Advent starts next week. So please keep your eye out for what's coming for the Christmas season.
Yeah, we're looking forward to it, and we're looking forward to seeing all of you. So, Jay, I got to ask you, what do you think of the mustache?
It's incredible. It's coming in so much. Movember is just, it's amazing. I'm
really glad I get to show it to all of you.
Yeah, for all of you on the internet, you got to be proud of that. Absolutely.
So we have a guest. I'm looking forward to your intro.
I am, and why don't we, dash towards it?
Oh. Jay, thank you so much for that amazing rendition in Morse code. I thought that was really quite creative.
Thank you.
So for St. Paul's, thank you so much for joining us this week. So you've been used to us jumping around and visiting all our community partners. And so Jay and I thought we'd take a quick left turn and go back all the way to where it started. St. Paul's, here we are. And we're with Judy Damone, yes, the Judy Damone, and church board chair. And how long have you been a member here, Judy?
17 years.
17 years, wow. You don't look a day over 16 years.
No.
So Jay and I were talking, we were saying, with everything that's going on in the world, with COVID and people being isolated, recent lockdowns being announced, there's a lot of people who are kind of feeling just a little low. And we thought, why don't we use this as an opportunity to start building people up? And we thought this would be a great Sunday because there's something near and dear and your heart that we're starting to celebrate today.
There is indeed.
So tell me about it.
Because today we are going to officially become an affirming congregation, which, yes, is very near and dear to my heart. To say, inside we're all just people. We are all the same. We all have the same emotions. We think, we feel. We are all just the same. And it's so important that now we can be public and we can talk about it and we can shout it out and we can have signs and we can do everything just to say how very happy we are.
And I love the idea that we are happy, and I love the idea that we as St. Paul's have always given ourselves kind of the title of being a welcoming congregation. Now we get to prove it. Now we get to show it.
This is it, yes. Welcoming is great. Affirming is a step further because it is intentional.
Right.
It's explicit. It is saying what we feel and what is near and dear to us and shouting it from the rafters. So it's great.
And I think we'd be remiss that we haven't really had a chance. Yes, being affirming is one thing, but the process can be a while, right? The process can take, how many years did it take?
2 years.
2 years, formally 2 years.
Yeah.
And the discussion much longer. And here we had this vote, and we have to do the vote outside of church.
The vote was phenomenal. Done with Zoom, with people from youth all the way into the 90s, people in their 90s, and 90 people showed up. And all 90 were able to figure out how to vote on Zoom using either their phone or Zoom itself and stuff. And 96% said, this is a great idea. We support the church becoming an affirming congregation.
I don't know there's many other votes in St. Paul's that we can say had a 96%. And what a great way to be public, intentional, and explicit. So Judy, thank you so much. We're thrilled to be a part of it. And I will tell you that you're here. There are many people that we know are part of the process, and we'll hear from them throughout the service. Mm-hmm. But thank you for what you do. And St. Paul's, if you have any ideas that you want to share with Jay and I, stories that we can tell to build people up, any ideas you want us to celebrate and focus on, we're your guys. reach out to Deborah, find us on the web, and we'll try to include it over the next few weeks. Goodbye, St. Paul's.